Material Podcast. Greetings, friends. It's your pal T Martin the Street Shark from the Soul Material Podcast, the podcast you cheer for. Here with another unboxed episode. So let's just dive in. So got some new stuff here. Definitely wanted to share. So I already know what's in here, so it's not a surprise to me, but it's a surprise to you. So I always like to go through these experiences with you. Look at the full unboxed. All right. So this was a purchase. This wasn't a gift. But this is definitely for the collection. So if you're a listener, you already know about what my taste looks like. And T Mark the Street Chart, not only do I love sneakers, but I'm a collector. So I have other pieces of, retro nostalgia and memorabilia, particularly 80s cartoons. So think if you know what's been coming out recently, you know exactly what these are. So dive in. All right, we got them open. All right, so that's a teaser. Here's a teaser for you. I always like to give you a tease before I get out the box so you can see their Pumas. All right. Ooh, I can't wait. It's like Christmas in the summertime. All right, I don't want to mess up the box now. Boom. All right. What do we have here? Look at that. We got the Thundercats. Thundercats. Oh. All right. So this is the Puma Thundercats edition. This was on the Puma website and on Foot Locker or Champs exclusively. And what I really like about this, here's the logo right here. You can see the Thundercats logo, but you can see that Alexander John. All right. So one of my favorite collaborative artists. He does a wonderful job with his Puma collaboration. So I have a handful of them that you've already seen here on this podcast. Really like the nostalgia. I read up on these two, so definitely wanted to do something special with the box. And these represents the claws from Lion Nose Gauntlet, the claw shield. And if you know me, you know that I have a tattoo of said claw shield. So I had to have these shoes, right? Also, to me, it looks like a great repurpose by Puma because, if I'm not mistaken, this scratch print is synonymous also to LaMelo Ball's the LaMelo 2, or actually the 3 that's getting ready to come out that has the little scratch on there. So I think the new LaMelos have this scratch on here. So great repurpose and relevant to this franchise, this Thundercats. So was happy to see this collaboration come to life. And then I'm actually going to do a comparison. So let's open the box up, see what's inside, and I give a comparison because this is not the first Puma Thundercats collaboration. They did one a couple years ago. So, yeah, look at these bad boys right here. I'm just gonna set that. I'm just gonna look at that right here. I can just smell the newness in these. These just smell like some new toys. So this is the home base for the Thundercats. So this is actually multiple ones. So you have this Thundercats colorway. You have another one for women's size run for Cheetara that has the cheetah print. You also have another red, white, and blue for Panthro, and then there's a Mumra colorway for the villain. All right. So I think this is what I need for as far as my collection goes. So we already love the Thundercats logo on the side, and then it's actually on the tongue as well. Puma, you got your logo on the inside. In a second, I'll show you the first version of the Thundercats Puma collaboration that happened about 2-3 years ago, where it was actually the opposite, and that's what I didn't like. But it was Thundercats, I had to get it. But they had the Thundercats logo on the inside, so they didn't try that hard. This is what it looks like when you have someone that's from the culture, for the culture, collaborating with the brand. There's a big difference on the same franchise collaboration. So this particular one, while I'm talking, I'll try to show you some more details because if you can peek on the inside, you'll see the Thundercats logo as well. So this represents multiple things because the midsole right here with the the two-tone with the orange or whatever, that's representing, especially with the yellow right here, representing Lion-O. All right, Lord of the Thundercats, the main character. And then you actually have the blue and then the gray on the heel. Even though there's a Panthro shoe, this is also inspired by Panthro as well. So you can actually see the little spikes on the back too. And then in the tongue is just the ode to Cheetara. So even though she has her own shoe for the women, you got a little mashup of those three characters all in one shoe. You know, I was like that, and this is based off of the designer Alexander John explaining it, because at first I thought Tigra was in here too, because it's more like the stripes, like the colorway on the midsole for Lion-O, but the stripes is what made me think of Tigra as well. And then you complete you just need Wily Kid and Wily Cat, and that's throw them in the Thunder Tank and roll out. You know what I mean? So really like these. The detail is crazy. Like, look at let's see if we need to get some better lighting for the camera, but just take a look at that leather, that premium leather right here on the toe box and how it sits on top of the mesh. Really love that transition right there. This is the faux fur to get you the cheetah print. And then not much going on the bottom. On the Mumra and Panthro version, you'll see like a pattern or even Panthro's face or whatever. So I'll leave that. Let's just sit that right there for now. And now let's dive into comparison, because I actually have, like I said, the collaboration from a couple years ago. So this was a similar model, the RS-X Tech. All right. Now you're about to. This actually has this one came with the tissue paper that had the Thundercats. The new one didn't. And here you go. So let's compare. So you guys watching this episode get an extra sneak peek at the comparison, so you get to see some before. So this one, I see why this one wasn't so popular, because this model actually has the little strings already, the shoelaces already attached to each other. Like, who does that? But and then it has the lace lock on there. But as you can see, I'm holding it the right side, and you can see where it says Tech, and there's the Puma logo. But meanwhile, you got to look at the inside of the shoe to see the Thundercats logo, the Thundercats font. On the inside, so they didn't even bother putting the logo on the tongue as well. But this colorway is all Lion-O, because he has the blue, the light blue on the regular blue, that palette, and then mixed with that was kind of what his jumpsuit was, and then he had the orange on the lighter orange yellow from his skin tone, and he had red hair as well. So, but yeah, just thought that this was like, oh, so lackluster, but because of the franchise, I had to get it. But these sold out pretty quick in stores, and they're reselling for a crazy price or whatever. So, and I might end up getting rid of these, to be honest with you, now that I got these bad boys right here. So as you can see, this was executed way better than the original Lion-O. So there you go, Puma. Keep collaborating, or at least keep listening to the artists and the consumers of the culture, because this is a humongous difference between these two shoes, just in the way that and it's the same model basically, but just executed totally different. It is the same model. It is the RS-X Tech. It's just executed totally different. So someone just wanted to slap the logo and put some colors on there and call it a collab. But this was thoughtful, and Alexander John's around my age too, in in the 40s. Like you really watched Thundercats as a kid, so it means something. This looks like it means more than this one. You know what I mean? Like someone who wanted this, and had these toys when they were a kid, versus Thundercats, just put it on the shoe. So there you go. Thundercats, Puma, RS-X Tech is the shoe. So we got the faux fur, Lion-O, Tigra, Panther, Thundercats. There you go. All right, friends. Give you an extra peek. So see you next time. So on behalf of my podcast co-host, EO, the OG EOH. See ya when I see ya. So appreciate you, everyone, for listening in and tuning into the podcast we cheer for. So like and subscribe. And tell a friend to tell a friend. Till next time. T Martin Street Shark signing off. Unbox.